If you've been to Venice, you've probably taken the Vaporetto, the water ferry from St. Mark's Square out to the Lido. And on the left, you pass the church of Santa Maria della Pietà, a church that's indelibly associated with Antonio Vivaldi. But next door to the church was the Ospedale di La Pietà, which was an orphanage for abandoned children, particularly girls. This was a common social problem in Venice. It was expensive to have a daughter because of dowry inflation, and so girls were often placed in institutions. And the Ospedale Pietà felt that it needed to educate these young girls to give them some kind of future in their lives. Music was one way to do that. So the Ospedale had prominent musicians, instrumentalists, composers who were paid to teach the girls, including Antonio Vivaldi. Like many Italian composers, Vivaldi had an international career, both as an instrumentalist and as a composer of operas. He published his music largely in Amsterdam, which was the main marketplace for music printing at the time. In 1725, he published his Opus 8, the Il Cimento dell'Armonia e dell'Invenzione, the contest of harmony and invention. This contains 12 concertos, the first 4 of which are what we now call le quattro stagioni, the 4 seasons.
For some reason, when we checked out the videos that you're going to see of the Vivaldi 4 seasons, which of course are like core repertoire for violinists. We learn them when we are small children even, and they follow us through our lives. It seems that, I don't know, maybe something was going on stage or something, but all those tempi, we are playing everything so fast.
I do remember one thing about that performance, and it was brought to me very clearly after I saw the video clip, because I'm playing barefooted, and it was Karsten who especially asked me not to use my shoes, because it would have apparently ruined the audio recording. He was right. The funny thing is that when he mentioned that the first time, I was not aware of the fact how much I tend to make noise when I get very excited and get stamping my feet on the floor. So, well, you live, you learn.
In the 1725 edition of the 4 seasons, the 4 concertos are prefaced by 4 sonnets, maybe by Vivaldi himself. Those sonnets are interesting because what Vivaldi does is he provides letters down the side of the text that indicate points that he's brought out in the music itself. And if you look at the first violin part, the solo violin part, you'll see that Vivaldi also covers the page, litters the page with directions and annotations explaining that here is the cuckoo, here is the storm, here is the sounds of nature, and so on. So this is literally program music, but it's also trying to solve a more fundamental problem. The big argument in the late 17th, early 18th century was, could instrumental music mean anything at all? Well, in this case, Vivaldi is trying to give meaning to pure musical sounds, and that's one of the wonders of this series of concertos.